Hey everybody, it's Scott. Welcome back to the One-Off Shop. Today we're going to be doing something a little simple. It's definitely going to be savory. If you remember back to my first video when we did the spicy chicken bacon sandwich, I pulled out my bacon and I told you there was a special bacon that I had made for myself. Well, today that's what we're going to be making. What you want to start off with is just a base to put onto your bacon. This works for any kind of bacon. Doesn't matter if it's applewood smoked, hickory smoked, or not smoked at all, just plain bacon. It works just fine. So what we're going to start off with is 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Doesn't have to be firmly packed, just a couple tablespoons. Next we're going to add 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. I'm going to use my teaspoon because I don't want to get a bunch of sugar in my paprika here. All right, that's a half. And there's 1. All right, then we're going to go to 1 teaspoon of onion powder. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. A half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. You're going to love it. Cinnamon has a tendency to bring out a lot of the savory in meats. You'll notice it a lot in a lot of your Mexican style cooking. Alright, and we're going to do 1 tablespoon of black pepper. Alright. Okay, once you've got all your ingredients in your bowl, go ahead and cap it and give it a good run around. If your brown sugar tends to clump up just a little, give it a good shake and keep rolling that around until everything's mixed up good. If your brown sugar is still a little clumped, reach in there and break it up some. It'll come apart and get it stirred up good. Now this is just going to be your basic base for any kind of bacon. The fun part comes in next. This is when you decide what kind of heat level you want. Because this right here won't provide any heat. This just provides flavor. So now what we want to do is we want to add heat, but we also want to add more flavor. So what I've found is a pepper company that they don't just put out plain old red peppers. They put out different blends of peppers, and man, they're great. The company I'm talking about, and this is not a paid advertisement, I have not been paid to do this at all. Flatiron Pepper Company. Found them on Amazon. They're great. I got this little 4-pack right here. You've got a 4-pepper blend that has Arbol, Ghost, Habanero, and Jalapeno. Then you've got my favorite, which is the dark and smoky. It's got Chipotle, Ancho, and Habanero. You've got the sweet heat, really good on barbecue. Scotch bonnet, ancho, and red bell pepper. And then you've got the Hatch Green, or Hatch Valley Greens, which is your Hatch Big Jim, your Hatch Sandia, jalapenos, and habaneros. These are great. Today I'm going to be using the dark and smoky. I love that on bacon. It's going to be great. So let me get all set up and we'll be right back. Okay, we got out our bacon. This is just a plain old pack of regular bacon that you can get at Walmart. Just plain hickory smoked bacon. Let's go ahead and get that opened up. And we'll get ready here. What you want to do is get you a tray that has a grid on it. Something like this that you can put your bacon on. because you want your bacon to crisp from both sides. If you put it in a flat pan and try to bake it, it's not going to work. Make sure you got your oven preheated to 375. Probably should have said that to start with. My apologies. Let's get this bacon opened up here. All right. All right, so you want to take your little cooking spray and spray your grids. Be liberal. You don't want this stuff to stick. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take these out slice by slice. Come out of there. Slice by slice, and just lay them on your grid. I'm not going to make y'all go through watching me lay out every single one of these. So as soon as I have them all laid out, we'll be back. And we're back. All right, so I've got all my bacon laid out here. Let's go ahead and take some of our rub. We'll go ahead and get this first side dusted. Just go ahead and sprinkle it generously all along all your bacon. You don't have to be chintzy with it. There's plenty. Now you're not going to want to coat this, 100%, but you want to make sure that every bit of it gets some flavor. Because we're not trying to overwhelm the bacon, we're trying to enhance the bacon. All right. So now what we'll do, let's just flip these over so we can get both sides of them. Now I apologize, I'm going to go ahead and leave this running right now. Do a little housekeeping while we're flipping these over. If I could get a like and a subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. We got to feed the algorithm. And also I do have a Patreon for this channel. This is my source of income. I've only got one membership level, $5 a month. If anybody wants to join up, donate $5 a month, be greatly appreciated. Everything's going to go toward feeding me, keeping a roof over my head, and me providing you with these videos. Let's get the rest of these flipped over here, and we'll see what we can do on this other side. Oops. We get this other side dusted up here. I know, everybody, my videos aren't the greatest in the world. I'm working on it, trying to get it all figured out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this other side dusted good. Now this batch of bacon rub, this is good for one package, one regular size package of bacon. Of course, if you want to do more, you'll have to scale up the recipe. All my recipes are scalable. I live alone, so most of my stuff I make for 1 or 2 people. That way I have 1 or 2 servings. And then, but all of them are scalable. Just, double, triple, quadruple, whatever you got to do for the ingredients. It'll be just fine. All right. Used almost all of our rub there. Go ahead and get our hands dusted off here. All right, so now what you want to do is take these, throw them in an oven. Like I said, have it preheated to 375. Throw them in your oven for about 20-25 minutes, or however long it takes to get to your desired crispiness level. And before we do, let's get out our peppers again here, because this is when we don't want to put the peppers into the rub, because the rub's kind of going to take away from it. We want the peppers sitting all on top. That's when you get the good flavor. I'm going to use the dark and smoky and just give that a good shake, because it's all about flavor. That's what everything's about on this channel. And once we get these out of the oven, we're not just going to take a bite of bacon. We're going to make something with it. And we're going to go back and maybe fire up some more of that sour cream sauce that we had in that first video. But anyway, let me get these in the oven, and we'll be back as soon as it's done. Hey everybody, we're back. Got the bacon out of the oven here. I like mine very crispy, so I left it in for a couple extra minutes. But what we'll do is we'll take it off here. Should come right off of these grates Shouldn't be sticking. That's what the cooking spray was for. Oops. Back on there. Tried to get away. That's how wild this is going to be. Alright, so let's go ahead and get all our bacon taken up here. We'll just go ahead and lay it across a paper towel just in case there's any extra grease left on there that we want to drain off. Ooh, this is going to be so good. You can see all the little blackened pieces. That's where that brown sugar has started to caramelize on there. It's going to help bring out that bacon flavor. There are dark, smoky flat iron peppers. Ooh, it's going to be yummy, yummy. So let's finish getting this off of here, and see if we can't make us up a sandwich here. All right. My sister told me I need to show y'all more, so there's your bacon. Ooh wee. All right, let's fix this up on a sandwich, and we'll see what we can come up with. And we're back. All right, we're going to go ahead and make up a sandwich, but before we do, I want to make up a sour cream sauce. If you watched my first video, the spicy chicken bacon sandwich, you'll know we made up a sauce that we put on the inside of the bread. Today we're just going to make one for dipping. We're not going to put this on the inside of the bread because we're going to be making basically a bacon grilled cheese. So we just want something to dip it in. So let's start off with a couple tablespoons of sour cream. If you remember, I am not a fan of mayonnaise. You can use mayonnaise for this if you want, but no thanks. Next we're going to use some of this Taco Bell spicy creamy habanero sauce. Once again, not a paid advertisement. This is just what I use. Get you about a tablespoon of that in there. Now, depending on how hot you like stuff, Tabasco sauce. Just put a little in there. About a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And a couple tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. Help hold it all together. Let's get that mixed up. Yeah, I know I slopped a little bit. That's okay. Everybody makes messes. Mistakes are fine. As a matter of fact, a couple of mistakes have led to some of my one-offs. Alright, so we got our cream all mixed up here, our dipping cream. We'll go ahead and set that off to the side. Alright, just a second, we'll go ahead and we'll get ready and we'll start making our sandwich. Alright, we're back. We're just going to go ahead and make a basic grilled cheese. Go ahead and get your burner turned on. I've got my nice sandwich pan out, the one with the grooves in the bottom. Alright, as always, we're going to start off with a little olive oil. Got a good tablespoon. Grab our spatula here, and we'll add just a little butter to it. And we'll let that start to melt. We'll go ahead and start getting our sandwich put together here. Well, seemed to have forgot the 6P rule on that one. Didn't have my plate out. All right, like I said, I like the honey wheat bread. As far as I know, best bread out there. Grab a couple pieces of that. Make sure you squeeze the air out of your bread, but don't squish the bread. Store your bread in the fridge. It'll keep a long time that way. All right, so what we're going to do is go ahead and we'll put our cheese on here. We're not doing anything fancy. We're just really trying to test out the bacon that we just made. All right, so nice and crispy. Take one piece like that. Take another piece and go like that. Real simple sandwich. Alright, let's check our pan here. Not quite hot yet, but we're getting there. Alright, and always remember, once your oil starts getting hot, throw a little black pepper in there. Really makes that crust taste nice on your sandwich. Alright, we're starting to bubble a little bit. Let's go ahead and get our sandwich put in there. Remember, you're going to want a couple minutes on that first side. You want it to get good and hot and let that crust start to form. Alright, after you've had it on that first side for a couple minutes and you start to get a crust developing, make sure you can slide your sandwich back and forth. It's not stuck anywhere. Let's go ahead and flip it. Oh yeah. Remember to hold your sandwich down. Run your oil back and forth through those grooves. Get it up under the underside of your sandwich. Your pan should be good and hot now, so it shouldn't take as long for that second side. Maybe about a minute, minute and a half. But once again, just like the bacon in the oven, it all depends on how crispy you want your sandwich. Isn't that the neatest thing about cooking? You can just do it however you want. What tastes good to you may not taste good to somebody else. Let's see how we are here. Oh yeah, looking good. Cut that off. And we'll get her on a plate here. Let that rest for just a minute. I want to talk to you about the ingredients that I put into the bacon rub. I use garlic powder and onion powder, mainly because bacon has so much salt in it already. You don't want to add an onion salt or a garlic salt to it. Salt, everybody knows, it's bad for you, but you got to have it. So let's not add salt to things, let's just add flavor to things. That's the great thing about stuff like flat iron peppers. No added salt, just flavor. Alright, let's go ahead and cut this thing. Let's see if we can hear us a crunch again. Oh yeah. Nice crunch. There we go. Very simple. Bacon grilled cheese. Nothing spectacular. But let's see how it is with our sauce. A little sauce. All the flavor of the bacon rub, plus the habanero sauce with the sour cream. Oh, you can taste the smokiness of the flat iron peppers on the bacon. Now I use white American. Perfect combination. Sorry, I gotta have another bite. All right, that's good. Man, that's good. All right, so next time, because I've heard a couple people say, your stuff's so simple, your stuff's so simple. Okay, so next time we're going to get a little creative. We're going to see if we can't fuse a little Hawaiian and a little Mexican. Food for thought. So, until next time, remember the 6P rule. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. And here's another thought, just for everybody out there who might be having a bad day or might be frustrated or something like that. Remember this: minimum standards invite minimum effort. So if you want more, you got to give more. Remember that. So until next time, keep searching those cabinets, keep rummaging through the fridge, find those what ifs and turn them into a one-off.